What is going on, everybody? I am Delusions, and today we are going to be talking about set crafting. Now, set crafting is something that you will start seeing a little bit more once you start rolling over that 350 mark as far as your level goes, and it opens up a whole new way to kind of shape your play experience with your gear for your third set. Now, I have only just recently hit 360, which unlocks what they call the set treasure. So if we look here, and again, this is going to be underneath your receive reward part, you hop down to set treasure, and now you're greeted with this big wheel. Now, all of these wheels require tickets or garnets. Um, and then what you'll notice is that once you hit level 350, you now have the option to receive one of these tickets every day from completing your daily tasks. So if we'll hop out of here, we'll come into our daily tab, we'll come down here to reward. Every day, like I was saying, you acquire your contribution points, and then you have the ability after 700 contributions to acquire one of these set treasure lucky tickets. Now, this is the currency that you'll use to be able to spin this wheel. And if we go back, we can kind of look it over. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a bonus. You collect 9 tickets, you get 10 spins. It's almost like a buy nine, get one free type of deal. Or again, it will use garnets. So every spin that you do, if you're doing single spins, is going to require 600 garnets. And then let's say if we wanted to do 10, it only charges you 5,400 garnets. And then this is how, of course, it's going to be displayed. You've got blue set pieces that will drop from a lot of your bosses um, and for the world boss segments. And it usually starts right at level 350. Outside of bosses, this is the only way to get those set pieces. So again, we've got the greens for your epics, and then you have your purples for your uniques, and then you have your reds for your legendaries. Um, and then it'll kind of keep a log of everything that you've collected so far. So we'll go ahead and claim this and we'll hop back into set treasure. Um, this is your legendary third set accessory stone package. This is constantly, every time you spin this wheel, it's adding a bit of luck to that uh, hitting this main goal, and that's usually going to be your grand package. Now, we've talked a little bit about, what it costs to get into this. So the next thing is, what is all of this? So there are 3 different sets that we can potentially craft. Um, so you can find this in your crafting section, and you can come down here to set pieces. Every set from third set on will be displayed just like this when you go into this set menu, which is the set activation menu. Now, if we look at the view sets, so up here at the top, you notice that we have, legendary Sharon, legendary Vicious, legendary Karaji. Um, these all help you in different ways. These really help you to shape your build if you want to be more PvE focused, if you want to be more defensive, more of a tankier player, um, or if you want to go straight PvP route, then you can pick up the Karaji set. So we'll step down to the 7-piece set here at the bottom. And this is just going to be for your main gear. Again, both of these are, all of these sets are going to be broken up into 2 segments. You're going to have your accessories, so it's your rings, your necklaces. Um, those are going to be what's going to be a part of this set. You can potentially have 4 because I think that it is considering the part of your chest um, as an overall, legendary equipment. So when we look down here just at our 7-piece set, which again is all of our normal gear that we would find from bosses, you're going to notice over here you now have new set options. So a 2-piece set's going to grant you, just some some really nice um, boosts as far as your CP goes. But every one of them has a little bit different. So we'll scroll down a little bit more. So as you can see, for two set, you're getting a 4.5% increase on your evasion rate, which is massive, along with that 792 attack. Should definitely get you boosted up quite a bit. Um, and then as we start stair stepping down, we see we have an extra 2.5% attack, 828. But it's once we get down to the sixth and seventh that really start to um, show all of the hard work that we're going to be putting into these sets. Because not only do you get an additional 2.5%, but you're also getting skill damage of Messenger of the Pestilence God increased by 12%. And that's going to really start picking those damage numbers up, your overall boss damage on guild bosses, or if you're doing ancient bosses, all of this stuff is going to end up showing. And once you completely complete the set and you've activated all the pieces, that's when you're going to start seeing your 10% increase on your PvP damage, or your 10% decrease on the damage that you're going to take while in PvP. But look at these numbers, guys. 1,080, 900. You're essentially gaining, you know, well over 3,000 attack just by working on these sets, and you can do it passively. This is one thing that is definitely not locked behind any kind of paywall. And then if we could jump back up here to the vicious set, this is going to be our more defensive focus set. So again, you're still seeing that 3% evasion rate. Now, as we start going down, yeah, we're still getting some boost to some of our skills or some of um, our properties. If you notice that transition, going from 300 on, you're able to kind of start specking more into these different attributes that are going to inevitably benefit you as you go. But look at here, decreasing damage by 15%. That's awesome. You've got all of these resists that will be popping up. All of this is going to help you to, increase your survivability, make you a lot tankier. And then if we're looking at the Sharon set, this is where, your PvE focus is. And we'll get into, a little bit of a extra benefit, as we continue through this. But take a look, still more evasion, you know, maximum HP, decreasing skill damage that you're taking. And that's both through bosses as well as players. Um, but here's a big one for the Sharon set. You're getting a 10%, critical rate increase. So all of your skills, your mounts, that trigger off of critical chance. Um, this is really going to play into that a lot. And then as we complete our set, we're starting to see, our excellent damage increase by 10% on top of everything that we're already getting, as well as our PvE damage increase. So keep in mind, all of this is stacking together to help really boost you over the top. There are, of course, like I was saying before, you've got four different sets that you are going to stair step and climb. Um, as you progress your system that you're working on. Um, Again, all of the blues here are going to be found with your world bosses uh, after, from 350 and up. The greens, the purples, the reds, those are what we're going to be chasing when we're spinning this wheel. Um, but the great thing about it is you're not locked into any one of these sets. So you can switch them up as you will. So as you can see, I've completed my Karaji on the first, the second, and now I'm working on the third, which being the unique. But I can always switch back over and craft the Vicious set or the Sharon set. And I can do that all the way up to legendary. So if I feel that I need to change, if I feel that, this set is just not working, maybe I'm just hit 350 and I'm just trying to gain every little tiny bit of CP that I can, well, then you can just piece together anything that you get, and then you can always change it later. So let's go ahead and hop back into this set treasure, and we'll look over some other things. So right here, your powerful medicine package. So these are what you're going to end up using to kind of evolve those sets from start to finish. So from your blues to your greens to your purples, and your purples to your red. Kind of like how we upgrade our normal gear. Um, this is going to be a resource that we're going to be able to utilize to kind of get us to that next stage. So you may have noticed while looking at this is we've got some chests around here. So as we're getting some of these set treasure boxes, or even these legendary third armor stone packages, um, these are going to be some big chase items, along with, hitting these purple nodes for our armor and our accessories, because it's going to give us a better chance of getting those sets quicker. So I wanted to save up some garnets for you guys so that we could kind of run through a couple of these and see if by chance we could hit one of these third accessory stone packages, or even, continue on and get some more of these armor stone packages. I've only gotten just a few of them there, but again, every single spin is going to cost you 600 garnets. Every 10 spins is going to cost you 5,400 garnets. Um, and as you can see here, we're getting these set treasure points as well. And I want to say that once we come back in here, so we've got set treasure, and we can go down to our set treasure storage, still claiming these, but it's keeping track of everything that we're doing here. And then if we hop over to the treasure exchange, which obviously we can't do because it's locked behind the fourth class change. So once we make it through Kundun Seal, everybody's now able to kind of progress into their fourth set and get over that 400 level threshold into our higher levels there. Then we will be able to utilize some of these set treasure points right here, and we'll be able to use those to exchange. I think there's also a way that we can kind of salvage some of the other materials that we know that we're not going to use, and put those points into something that is going to benefit us more down the road. So let's go through, and we're going to just run through. I don't want to use all of these garnets. I do still have a lot of stuff that I need to start picking up. But as you can see, getting some of these chests is not near as hard as you may think. It's just one of those things that's just going to happen when it does. But passively, as every spin that we do, or 10 spin, it's giving us this powerful medicine. And they're coming in 10s, 20s, 30s, all the way up to 100. Um, but I feel like this is going to be that big thing that's going to really push us. Oh, okay, so perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to see. So we just received, our first, third accessory set stone package. Now, what's great is, I mean, this is not a random roll. This is something that, you know, oh, I guess it would help if I actually got everything out of the storage. Um, so we're going to claim this. We can choose any one of these. So I've already been working on the Karaji set, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick that up. And again, I wish there was a way that I could actively view everything that I had in here. But you can still kind of go through and see everything in our set menu. Um, so if we were to go to set craft on here, come down. So now we're almost at that point to where we can start picking up and equipping our legendary accessory sets. But what you'll notice, and just for fun, I want to see here. So we still need to start picking up quite a few of our um, unique Karaji set stuff. But if we look over, we can craft some of the others. I haven't quite figured out exactly why it is breaking it up like this. I think it's primarily because I just don't have enough of some of these points here. to get me to that next step. But that is one thing that I am working hard to really get. So I'm going to go ahead. I know that I'm going to be using these gloves. I'm just going to go ahead and hold off. Actually, let's see here. Let's see if we throw in, let's throw in these two pieces here. Um, because our success rate is 30% as we start stair stepping up. So let's go ahead and craft this. Look at the CP gain. That's just for one piece. Now, you'll notice even more as you start equipping these for the first times. Because mind you, we're working through each one of these levels um, progressively. So we started with blue, we're working to green, then to purple, then to red. But please use this as a better way to kind of understand how set crafting works. It's going to go the same for all classes. I hope that this video was informative. And if I happen to miss something or if you wanted me to touch on something a little bit different, reach out to me. Leave a comment. Let me know what I can do or what I can provide that's going to best benefit you as you make your way through your gear progression um, on your set crafting uh, and just a better way to boost your overall happiness with your progression in the game. I'm here to help as a resource. You can always find me at my Discord as well. I'll have the link in the comments. Um, but again, I am Delusions, and I appreciate you all stopping in, and I am out.